That night, the gym was eerily quiet. There was no music pounding, no grunts from the weightlifters, no shouted encouragement. The only sound was the rhythmic thud of leather on canvas, a solitary heartbeat in the stillness. It was the sound of a fighter, but not one training for a title or the roar of the crowd. He was training for his father. You see, his dad was the real fighter, though he never stepped into a ring under the bright lights. He was the one who fought the long hours, working 3 jobs just to keep the lights on and food on the table. He was the one who paid for every new pair of gloves, the one who drove countless miles to dusty gyms, always believing, always pushing. His dad had a dream of seeing his name on a championship belt, a dream he sacrificed for his son, but he never got to see it. He passed away, and for a while, it felt like the dream died with him. The gloves were hung up, the gym became a distant memory, and the fire inside flickered, almost extinguished by grief. But you can't bury a dream that was built on so much love and sacrifice. It lives on. Slowly, quietly, he found his way back. The silence of the gym was no longer empty. It was filled with memories. Each jab was a memory of his dad wrapping his hands for the first time. Each cross was a memory of his dad shouting, "Pivot your foot, son." The heavy bag wasn't just a bag. It was a testament to every overtime shift, every missed holiday, every sacrifice made in the name of a dream. He wasn't just training his body. He was resurrecting a legacy. This wasn't about fame anymore. It wasn't about the money or the flashing cameras. It was a promise made to the man who gave him everything. He trained through the exhaustion, through the pain, through the lonely nights when quitting seemed like the only sane option. He pushed past his limits, fueled by a purpose that ran deeper than any desire for personal glory. He was fighting for 2. Finally, fight night arrived. The arena was electric, a roaring sea of faces and noise. But as he walked to the ring, the world seemed to fade away. He wasn't listening to the announcers or the crowd. He was listening for something else, a voice from the past. He could almost feel a familiar hand on his shoulder, hear a gentle whisper, "You got this." When the bell rang for the first round, a strange calm washed over him. The deafening roar of the crowd melted into a single, clear voice in his head. His father's voice. "Keep your hands up, son. Move your feet." It was like his dad was right there in his corner, guiding him, coaching him through the storm. His opponent was a beast, strong and relentless. The first few rounds were brutal. He took heavy shots, his body screaming in protest. The taste of blood filled his mouth. In those moments, the old doubts crept in. The urge to give up, the feeling that he wasn't good enough. But then he'd hear it again. Stay focused, breathe. Every punch he threw was a thank you. Thank you for the endless support. Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Every block, every time he absorbed a blow and stayed on his feet was an apology. An apology for all the times he complained, for the times he wanted to quit, for not understanding the weight of the sacrifices being made for him. He wasn't just fighting an opponent in front of him. He was fighting the ghosts of regret and the years of doubt. Round after round, he dug deeper than he ever had before. The pain was immense, but the purpose was greater. He saw his father's tired face after a double shift, and he found more strength. He remembered the pride in his father's eyes after his first amateur win, and he found more speed. He was a vessel for his father's unbreakable spirit. In the final round, they were both exhausted, running on pure will. He was hurt, his vision blurry. But then he saw an opening, a flicker of opportunity. It was a combination his dad had taught him 1,000 times in their backyard. Left jab, right cross, left hook to the body. He threw it on instinct, on memory, pouring every ounce of love and loss into those 3 punches. His opponent stumbled, then fell. The referee's count was a blur. The roar of the crowd returned, crashing over him like a wave. His team rushed the ring, lifting him onto their shoulders. But he didn't celebrate. He didn't raise his fists in triumph. When the referee finally took his arm and raised it to the sky, he just looked up, past the bright lights, past the roof of the arena, and into the heavens. Tears streamed down his face, mixing with the sweat and blood. And he whispered, so quietly that only he and one other could hear, "We did it, Dad, we did it." He didn't just win a fight that night. He didn't just win a belt. He honored a promise. He brought his father's dream, a dream forged in hard work and unconditional love, back to life. And in that moment of victory, he realized the greatest prize wasn't the gold around his waist, but the legacy he now carried forward. He was his father's son. He was his father's champion. And their dream was finally complete. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that goes beyond the surface. We all have our own fights, our own legacies to honor. Never forget why you started. See you in the next one.